Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This is Era and I'm a second year medical student at UMDC, Karachi. In this one, we will be talking about certain techniques to manage your time. Now, I have been using these techniques personally for, I don't know, since the beginning of times, and they have worked out for me so well. Now, all these techniques that I'll be sharing later in the video, have been used by me since ages, and I personally use all these techniques at different times. For example, if I'm feeling more motivated to study, I switch on to a certain technique, and then if I'm feeling a bit demotivated or a bit lazy or I feel saturated, I switch on to another. So that's basically how you use these techniques. You can use a particular one, or you combine all these techniques to form a new technique for yourself, or you can just switch between different techniques like I do. Now, recently I was approached by a batchmate, and he was having difficulty in managing time. I wanted to make this video, but it was a bit late on my schedule, and I just wanted to just do it a bit later. I wanted to make other videos. However, I felt the need that people were really struggling, especially after the post-quarantine days, when you have to go to university after months being in the home, a change of schedule, a change of hours at the university. You have to sit in the university for 8 hours. It does get a bit difficult. So because most of us were having the same problem, so I decided to make a video to help those who were in a similar situation like I am. I won't say I was, because everybody has a difficult time coping with time managing. So we all are in this together. So I decided to share some techniques that I personally use. You can also share yours in the comments below, but for now, let's get started. Okay, to begin with, the very important and the technique that works out best for me, and I can bet that it will work out the best for most of you, is the Eisenhower Matrix. Now, of course, when I started using this technique, like probably 5 years ago, I wasn't aware it's called Eisenhower Matrix. But I did some research before making this video, and I got to know it was called this. And okay, so how does this technique really work, right? Basically, what you do is you divide whatever things that you want to do in your day was into important and non-important. Then after classifying everything that you need to do in a day into important and non-important, you need to further divide them into two more categories. The important ones are divided into the do and the decide category. Now, the do category is the one in which you need to put things that you really want to do urgently. The most important things that you will be doing in the day will be focused in this category. Now, the decide category is the category in which you will be putting the important things which are second on your priority list in the day. And those are the things which are important, but yet not that important as compared to the do category. So you're going to put the things that you feel are a bit less important in the decide category. Okay, so now coming on to the unimportant tasks that you classified earlier, you are going to put these tasks into two categories. Number one being delegate, and the number two being the delete categories. Now, what are these categories? The first category, which is the delegate category, is the one which will include tasks that are urgent yet not important. You can choose to do them after you have completed doing the do and the decide categories of the important tasks, right? Then coming on to the delete category. Now, this is the category of the least unimportant and useless things that you plan of doing during your day. That is probably like watching Netflix, or scrolling your social media, or playing a video game, which is not very important. Though you can do these things to have a break, or if you just feel workout, you can just go and quickly quickly play a video game, or scroll through your social media, watch a Netflix episode, right? Now you can put these least important and meaningless tasks into the delete category, which you can minus from your daily routine. All in all, this matrix helps you to divide things into the most important categories ranging to the least important categories. This helps you to have a good outlook on your day, and you can manage your time effectively. Now, I have talked about this similar thing in my other two videos. The initial two videos I made, I talked about the priority list making. So this is basically that priority list that you need to create. Now, second one, the Parkinson's law. Now, this is not really a technique, but it is, a kind of a thing that you limit your time, or you put time limits to all the tasks that you want to do. For example, if I like sleep for 8 hours a day, I have 16 hours left to, divide my work in these 16 hours as what I do using the Parkinson's law. So basically, what Parkinson's law is setting a time limit to each of the tasks that you're supposed to be doing in the entire day. So this technique has been very helpful to someone like me, and I definitely recommend using Parkinson's law. The third technique, and this is my very favorite technique, I used to combine this technique with the Eisenhower Matrix to have an effective daily plan, and it is known as the time blocking method. Now, I've heard that this technique was invented or is used by Elon Musk, but I'm not really sure. I think it is true. I didn't really research on that, sorry. So anyways, how does this work? It is simple. You wake up every day in the morning, write down every task that you're supposed to be completing, the most important ones and the least important ones, and then each of the tasks that I had listed in the do and the decide category, I used to write down the time limits that I'll be completing each task in. Now, this really helps to have a count and have a kind of an idea that, okay, fine, this 2-page reading can be done in like half an hour. So I'll be like, okay, after half an hour I'll switch from physiology to anatomy. So I know I have this time, and I'll be striving to complete reading these 2 pages or 3 pages that I have decided to do in half an hour, so that I can move to anatomy on time and follow the schedule that I have made. So there is this cool thing in this time blocking method, that is buffer times. That is the time where you have nothing to do. In between you can probably take a break, or it is actually for the tasks that for example, you thought that you'll be completing a particular part of anatomy in 2 hours, but you failed to do so, and probably you need like 15 or 20 minutes more. So you can take the time from the buffer time that you kept in your day, and you can put there and complete your anatomy work. So it's basically the same, probably a combination of Eisenhower Matrix and the Parkinson's law all together, but there is this buffer time thing that is new in the time blocking method. So I just decided to put that on the video, just for the sake, because it has a different name. I really define it as a combination of Eisenhower Matrix and Parkinson's law, but it has a different name, so call it the time blocking method. Okay, now coming on to the last method that I'll be sharing in this video, that is the Pomodoro method. Now, it is a very common method. Most of you will be knowing about it already. Now, what is a Pomodoro method? For those who don't know, it is basically, you set a time limit. For example, you set a time limit of 50 minutes and you decide to do a particular work in that 50 minutes, right? And then you put a 10 minutes break so that you don't become oversaturated or overworked. And after taking that particular 10-minute break, you begin again. So it's like, for example, you make a 1-hour block. In that 1-hour block, you'll be studying for 50 minutes and then you'll be taking a break for the next 10 minutes, right? So that's how a Pomodoro method works, and I posted a video of Study With Me last week where I used that similar method to kind of study. Now here's the catch, something that I really want to talk about. The Pomodoro method is effective for people who are overworked, overburdened, or creative people, because creativity dies out if you continue working for longer periods of time. But for procrastinators and for students like us, or like me in general, people who tend to procrastinate a lot, this technique is not going to work. Instead, this is only going to add more to their procrastination, and this is a big fail for procrastinators. However, now you can use this technique. For example, I am a huge procrastinator, right? What I do is, when I'm studying during the day, that's the time when most of us are more efficient, right? So during the day, what I do is I follow the Eisenhower Matrix method and the Parkinson's law, combine it and using it. But like during the night, especially during the exams, when all of us are overburdened and we are trying our best to maximize our study hours, during these days when most of us are oversaturated and we have a lot to take in, the Pomodoro technique may work for most of us. Now, for example, if I study, say on a daily basis for about 6 hours, right? During my exam days, I have to push the 6 hours to probably, let's say, 8 hours, all right? But this is very, saturating for me. It's, it overworks me, and I feel, kind of burdened, or I start feeling dull. So this is the time when I pick up the Pomodoro Method. I do this and I take small breaks. This helps me to kind of bring back that energy. I just for example, if I'm working late at night, what I do is I'm sitting all day on my study table and I feel worked out. So what I do is I take a 10 minutes break, I put a timer on my phone, and I go lie down on my bed, probably scroll on Insta, or just go lie down doing nothing, because I do get tired sitting on the chair all day. So yeah, I just put a timer on my phone, and when those 10 minutes are over, I go back and study. So this is very important when you're overworked or overburdened, or you're feeling saturated. This just helps to boost your energy and bring you back in form. But if you're a procrastinator, try avoid doing this, especially during the day, because you're most efficient at the time, and it is good that you use that efficiency to your maximum, and don't use the Pomodoro Method during the day or when you're feeling the most fresh. Well, this brings us to the end of today's video. I really hope you liked it. If you did, and you did find these techniques helpful, do let me know in the comments below if you follow other techniques or different techniques that have worked out for you and I have not mentioned them here in the video. Feel free to share that in the comments as well. I'd love to read it, and I think most of my subscribers, which are now for now are when I'm posting this video, are mostly my friends and my family. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for managing time, do leave in the comments below, because me and my batchmates, we all are struggling with this. Most of us are, especially after the universities opened, quarantine ke baad, COVID ke baad. So we all are feeling a bit, it's difficult for us to adjust with the ever-changing routine the COVID put us through. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Till then, take care, stay safe.